The first build I have is a PMD 6'1", 160. This is my best defensive build, the one I use all across the board. Reason being for 6'1" is so that you have that extra stick length. 160 maxes out our speed, which is only 1 point less from the max speed of 95. We're at 94. Gold elite edges, very useful trait, probably the most OP in the game. Stick them up and shut down. Now, if you're not playing in leagues, you can throw on truculence. You have to change the build a little bit to get silver truck. For stick them up and shutdown, they don't double stack. So the poke checking for shutdown does not apply when you have stick them up on. It's only one buff or whatever to your poke checking. Shutdown then only provides the body checking for the build. But if you're in leagues, truculence is banned. Therefore, I have shutdown. Power skating, positional IQ to apply more for the defensive awareness. So you guys can see this. Pretty common if you guys see my builds videos and other videos. The same type of attribute set that I normally have, right? It's pretty much a build that I've been running since the beginning of November. Only tweaks that I've made have been pretty much to the playstyle category. Second build would be for an offensive player, a winger in 6s or in 3s, doesn't matter. Same idea, PMD 6'1", 160, elite edges, close quarters, and 1T. Very good, solid build with those shooting traits. I go for 1Ts a lot. I go for close quarter shots a lot as the reason for those two traits. Change them how you see fit. Power skating and agile deking. Deking applies to your stick handles left and right. If you're on a breakaway, sometimes you need that extra speed with your quickness of the of your stick handles. That's why I apply agile deking. Same thing usually applied here for the attributes set. And then here you have pretty much very optimal defense for a winger build. If you use sniper for your defense, it's pretty much averaging around 70 across the board. You're able to get 80 with the PMD if you're going to play wing with this build, while also then maintaining a very high offensive playstyle as well, with the offensive awareness and passing both being at least 90. That one doesn't suit you. Another winger build that I typically go with is the offensive defenseman. I'm surprised this isn't used more in LG. I typically see the same type of sniper builds that people that want to go with the gold 1T trait, they usually go with sniper. I don't understand that. 5'9", 175. Yeah, you're a little bit shorter. You weigh a little bit more, but you're still rocking 94 speed. That was a change in Season 2 to these types of builds where you can lower the height and weight to make it faster and quicker. But the only reason for this build is to have gold 1T while still having optimal defense. Again, you're still averaging around 80 with your defense while still having a gold 1T shot. The sniper, I just don't understand why you'd want to go for that. The difference here too is that the sniper does not really apply too much to the shooting. You see here, as I apply the same negative subtractions to the shooting, I mean, I'm averaging around, I mean, for the power, it'd be around mid 80s. This is around low to mid 80s. It's almost the exact same. You're only really subtracting just a little bit more. You still have a very powerful 1T shot, and you're only a few points down on your close quarter shots, right, with those wrist shots. But you have way more defensive capabilities with this build than you would if you were to go with a sniper build. I just don't understand why people still go with these sniper builds, unless they're after that 95 speed and they just want to be able to max out as much as their offense as possible. But still, you have the ability to defend with this build and rotate back behind any player that steps up. So I don't understand why they choose to continue to go with a sniper build, in my opinion. 1T, elite edges, close quarters, power skating. Same thing as the PMD winger build, agile deking to have a little bit more deking for your winger build. And then everything here is pretty much identical to how I usually set it. So this is my center build that I've been rocking ever since probably January. I think has been set the way, and I haven't really made any extra changes to it. So same idea, 6'1", 160. You see the trend that I typically go with. These are meta builds in my opinion, based on the state of the game. Speed being a key part of that. Bigger builds just don't have a place in this game anymore, at least for NHL 24. Elite edges, 1T, and close quarters, same idea. I go for a lot of 1Ts even as a center, so I typically want to have this combo. The reason for that too is because I don't have a problem defending. I put on booming hits to apply +4 to my body check and to have the same optimal 80 averaging defense across the board. Still having very high offensive capabilities as well. Offensive awareness at 90. Passing is a little bit lower. Could always throw on tape to tape if you don't want to have your 1T. But I go with this and I don't have a problem passing. And then you see the exact same setup that I usually run with. You notice that agility is the constant thing that's going up while balance is going down. You have elite edges to help you out with the negating of body checks. So you might as well use it to your advantage. Grow the skill with it. And then obviously face-offs at 90. These are the builds that I typically go with. And those are the only go-to builds that I go with. I appreciate you guys watching. Like the video if you found this helpful. Subscribe here if you're new. Hit that bell. It really helps me. And it supports the channel as well. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.